Tallahassee. I'm student meteorologist Dylan Lee.
And I'm student meteorologist Charlie Bowen. We had a how'd you enjoy that heat and that humidity?
It is feeling exactly like what Florida feels in
That's
July.
right.
My windows were sweating for the second time in a row. So you know, like
right.
the high humidity has led to that like moisture be in the air.
That's
so.
right. As soon as I got out of my car for my 12 o'clock class, glasses fogged up immediately. It was definitely one of those days.
Yeah, it's not feeling good outside. It was a repeat of yesterday, and kind of trend's gonna stick around for a little bit though. We might see a break later on.
Yeah. Hopefully sooner than later, but we'll have to take a look out at the overview and take a look to see how things are going to turn out.
Yeah, Emily has that.
Average at 89 degrees. It was a hot one, and our low temperature is 77, so that is still fairly warm, definitely above our lowest ever at 39 degrees. Our current temperatures are 85 degrees and mostly cloudy. Our dew point is at 78 degrees, and that high dew point is making things fairly uncomfortable for us here in Tallahassee. In the Big Bend region, it has been fairly warm this entire day. It has been up to 95 degrees up here in Bainbridge, and in Quincy it was 91 degrees, which is just slightly higher than how it was here in Tallahassee at 89 degrees. Tonight, our evening temperatures are going to be around 77, and we may have a little bit of rain, which should be clearing up by later. And for our weather headlines, we have a nice weekend ahead, and the current temperatures are just above average. Oh, back to the desk with Dylan and Charlie.
All right, thank you very much. We're going to turn our attention now to something that's been impacting a lot of people in Northern California. Have you heard about the news?
Yeah, I think you're talking about the fires, but I'm guessing you got some more details for us.
Yeah, they had a break this weekend, thankfully. There was a golf tournament, I was informed, that had to be evacuated 12 hours after its completion due to these fires in Northern California, but they did have a break this weekend, for sure.
Yeah, and that's nice. So are they expecting any rain, or are they expecting the fire danger to creep up?
This week is another continuation of that break, and moving into this weekend, things are gonna not look good. So with this, what's giving this break right now is wind blowing off the ocean, bringing moist, cool air and less wind, right? So it's leaving for nicer in the sense conditions for firefighters to deal with the fire for sure.
That's right. Give those. I heard 80,000 acres of land have been destroyed, as well as 1,500 homes in the area. Is that true?
Yeah, that is definitely true. It is very sad, and our thoughts and prayers definitely go out with the people in Northern California. A lot of damage and a lot of natural disasters this year have definitely brought things to people in their homes.
How many fires were active around this time today?
Around this morning, they were saying 20 large active fires. So that doesn't include smaller ones that have been dealt with, but the large, big ones that firefighters are dealing with now are 20 sitting in there. So things, yeah.
And you said we can plan for about the week for this moist air to keep coming in off the water?
Yeah, that's good for this week. But going into the weekend, we're going to see some wind come off the land from the east side of it, and that's going to bring in some dry, warm, and windy air. So that's not looking good for them.
Yeah, never good for fires. But now I'm going to take it out to the wall, take a look around what's going on in our neck of the woods. Current conditions out at Tallahassee International Airport, we have 85 degrees, mostly cloudy, with a 78-degree dew point. So you can see those numbers, those dew point and those temperatures up pretty close together, giving us that 80% relative humidity. Calm winds, no winds showing up on the record. Looking at the cloudy morning we had this morning, pretty hazy, pretty foggy, and hopefully we can get out of that tomorrow, but it's looking like we're going to have the same sort of thing. Taking a look at the satellite and radar, you can see the shadows of the clouds we've had pretty much all day. Some spot-up showers popping up on the east, a little further north of Tallahassee, west of Quincy, as well as all the way further west in Wilma. Taking a look at current temperatures, we have 86 degrees in St. Mark's. Cooler temperatures out towards the coast, getting a little bit of that sea breeze action cool things off, a little bit of those rain showers cooling things off as well. All the way up in the north, we see our high at Bainbridge sitting at 91 degrees currently. Sailing forecast for tomorrow, if you're planning on going out in the water, you can expect winds out of the south, 5 to 10 knots, with waves at a foot or less. Showers beginning in the afternoon, somewhere around after 2. And best conditions in the morning when those winds will remain calm. Sunrise 7:30 a.m., sunset 7:11 p.m. Looking at if you're going to stay on the sand, expect we see this very high UV index. Surf 1 foot or less, variable winds on shore. Water at 82 degrees, so if you want to cool off, the beach isn't a bad idea. Tomorrow you see our tides 8:43 low tide, and 9:38 a.m. low tide. Looking at the UV index forecast, pretty much we can see across the whole Big Bend region that it's sitting right in that middle of our range. Not exactly crazy dangerous, but definitely pack some sunscreen if you're planning on being outside. Seeing these numbers, we see give you a little description of these UV index. We see the low risk at 1 to 2. That's your cloudy days, rainy days. As we move further up, you see 6 to 7 being the high risk, and 8 to 10 being very high risk. Pretty much everyone should be wearing sunscreen at the extreme risk of 11 and higher. Looking at tonight's forecast, we see temperatures of 77 degrees, late evening storms possible, but clearing by midnight, giving way to a foggy and cloudy morning, very humid. Looking at the 7-day forecast for the next couple days, we see that rain at 50% chance of rain on Wednesday and Thursday, giving way for clearer skies on Friday and Saturday. Saturday, we can start to see those chances of rain start to slide back up with those highs around the high 80s and lows in the low 70s to high 60s. And now we're going to take it to Dylan.
Thank you very much, Charlie. Degrees as the current temperature in Jacksonville. 80 my home city. Actually warmer than it is here in Tallahassee, 85. Mid to upper 80s, even a 92 in Tampa as our temperature. But moving on to the satellite radar, so two different stories. You can see all this rain associated over by Louisiana. That's associated with a low pressure sitting over Mississippi, causing a front right now. But then you see this clockwise rotation of the clouds and storms coming from the east side of Florida. That's because an area of high pressure currently sitting over the Atlantic, driving these winds. That's leading to a lot of pop-up showers around Jacksonville, Orlando, West Palm Beach, and Miami. That's what's seeing a lot of those showers. Same with Tallahassee. We had the chance for a couple showers here. Things though, that's what's driving this wind too. Seeing Orlando at 14 miles per hour, Jacksonville at 10 miles per hour, West Palm Beach at 15. So seeing very high winds on the eastern side, but as we look at Tampa, we're only seeing a 6-mile-per-hour wind, which is drastically less than the east coast. Current dew points around the region feeling muggy. You can see with that upper level moisture why these are muggy, but West Palm Beach seeing 74, Tallahassee seeing 78-degree dew point temperature. And what is dew point? Well, the dew point is the temperature at which dew forms. And dew is that little water molecules that you find on the grass in the morning. But we're sitting in that hours for the eastern part of the state, not for us here. Tonight's forecast, though, seeing 70 degrees, 73 in Orlando.
Close, Dylan, not really. It's Emily and Charlie here. We got a couple things going on, including we've got the Tuesday market. That's going to be going on for the next 3 Tuesdays. We see that it's hosted by the Frenchtown Farmers Market, but we're going to have to pay attention to these Tuesdays with this summer weather. Rain potentials climbing again.
Absolutely. We also have the Harvest Fest Downtown Market coming up on Saturday. That's from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. And there will be free pumpkins while they last. So get yourself out there to get yourself some free pumpkins.
Mm-hmm. Then there's also, we've got the Anything Goes musical hosted by the Quincy Music Theater. That runs from October 6th through October 15th. So that's through this weekend. I believe Sunday is the 15th. So Sunday will be the last day to go ahead and check that out.
That sounds incredible.
Mm-hmm. Let's see, tickets for that. Students and seniors are $15. Adults are $18. It's a story about love, royalty, and mystery. So
that sounds interesting.
Sounds interesting. Anything goes, apparently.
Apparently.
Looking at the souk, we've got every Sunday afternoon for brunch. They've got drinks, shopping, music, local vendors, a little bit of everything. That's located out on Gain Street.
Yeah, the weather should be nice on Saturday morning, so definitely get yourself out there and experience some new things in Tallahassee this weekend.
That's right. No home football game this weekend, so you don't have to worry about the rain affecting that. But
Sure.
you know, hopefully it will. You know, we saw the rain potential dropping for this weekend, so hopefully we can enjoy a nice weekend outside.
Yeah, absolutely. I know I wasn't here last weekend, but I heard that the weather was a little bit crazy.
Yeah, we got some wind, we got some rain. It was a little bit of everything.
Yeah, that's tough, especially when we have a game.
Mm-hmm. It was nice. So I didn't. We saw a lot of threatening weather, a lot of threatening clouds, but I didn't feel any rain out at the stadium. You said you weren't here.
I wasn't. I was up in Tennessee, and the weather was significantly cooler there, which was really nice.
Mm-hmm. Was it up in the mountains up there? Or?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I had a wedding, and it was beautiful.
Oh, nice.
Our weather was perfect.
Yeah, it was an outdoor wedding.
Yes, it was.
Very nice, very nice. Well, I'm very happy that the weather cooperated for you. And now we're going to take it out to the desk. I'm sorry, out to the wall.
Thanks, guys. So this is a picture from earlier this afternoon on the FSU campus. As you can see, it's very sunny outside, but that doesn't tell you how it actually feels outside. That humidity and that dew point is really oppressive for this time of year. So currently in Tallahassee, we are at 85 degrees, but again, look at that dew point, 78. That's more of a dew point for like the middle of summer, which is really shocking for this time of year. Humidity is at 80% and absolutely no winds. We're calm right now. Temperatures across the Big Bend are showing 85 in Marianna, 91 in Bainbridge, 82 in Monticello, and 88 in Perry. Satellite and radar is showing those pop-up showers and thunderstorms, mainly from the sea breeze from the Gulf. And current air quality is showing pretty good across our region, in that good range. And our pollen forecast is showing we're going to be pretty high these next few days. This is from the juniper and oak. High for Tuesday, pretty low for Wednesday. Thursday and Friday, we jump back up to 9 and 11. So for tonight, if you have any evening plans, it's going to be pretty hot and humid, again, with those high dew points and high humidity. Whatever storms are left this evening will dissipate by about 10 o'clock. And we're going to be really warm tonight and expect it to be very muggy tomorrow morning. For tomorrow, it's going to be 88 degrees, a normal summertime pattern, very high dew points, afternoon showers, and pretty calm winds. But again, the dew point is going to be pretty high for this time of year. And for the week ahead, we can see that we have a 50% chance on Wednesday and Thursday, and it's going to decrease by Friday. We have a front approaching the region, but it's not really going to change our temperatures, really. And then our rain chances are going to start to increase by the beginning of next week. Now we're going to send it off to Dylan with a look at your national forecast.
Yeah, thank you, Michael. We're going to take a look by recapping the storms that we've had so far this year. This is the 2017 Atlantic storm names. And the current only storm that is out there is Tropical Storm Ophelia. That's sitting in the Atlantic. So it's not a threat to land right now, so not much to mention with that, but just figured we'd mention that it is formed and it is existing. So that name will be taken off this, or will be moved on, and we will move on to Philippe as the next storm, but luckily no storm will happen. Current conditions around the country, you're seeing cool, you can see this kind of front, right? Seeing 86 in Memphis, 46 in Kansas City, and that's really indicating Seattle, seeing only a lot of cloud cover, but for the mostly behind that front, you're not seeing much of a rain chance for them. You can see, as I talked about earlier in our Around Florida segment, stuff there. Here is that front on that water vapor map. All this dry air behind that front really driving what is this front. Dry air indicated by that orange color, the moist upper level water vapor indicated by that green cover. You can see all that upper level moisture ahead of that front, really making those showers pop up and bring all that temperature change. Current wind speeds around the country, we're going to see 14 in Miami, 24 all the way in San Francisco. So it is very windy there. Not the windy city, though. We're going to see 8 in Detroit, 13 in Boston. So seeing relatively calm wind speeds, but though 20 in Dallas and 24 in San Francisco are definitely the problems. Here's something we don't see often: freeze and frost watch warnings in Nebraska and Kansas. So they're seeing that. That's kind of with that front as it's made its way through. It has made cooler temperatures definitely for them, and that has brought what is considered these warnings for that. But looking at tonight's forecast, you're going to see that front really making its presence felt. 61 degrees in Memphis, 40 and 40 in Minneapolis and Kansas City. Denver seeing 37 degrees. That is feeling like fall. That's actually kind of feeling like winter. We're not feeling that here, though. 76 degrees in Tallahassee, 74 in Atlanta, 70. Hey, for all you folks doing the weather challenge, make sure you take note of that 70-degree low temperature so when you forecast for tonight. But moving into tomorrow, though, you're going to see sunshines kind of sit around for Memphis and for Dallas, but for us here, we see some rain chances. High of 86 all the way in Salt Lake City. You can see that temperature start to pick back up to 80 degrees, and in Denver, 73. So it is starting to feel more like fall, and it's kind of like summer for some of the parts there. Though I do not want to be in Phoenix at 97 degrees. That is definitely hot. Going to try to crack 100 there, but definitely not good. Watches and warnings, though, we're going to take a look at the southeast. You can see some small craft advisories down by Key West. That's associated with a lot of that high wind driven by that high pressure sitting over in the Atlantic. You can see some green. That's indicating of some flash flood warnings. Some of those associated with showers, and some of those associated with Irma's dump of rain earlier this last month on the state. So those rivers are overflowing, and we will keep a watch on the thing. Current conditions, though, around the region: 79 in Wilmington, 84 in Savannah. Montgomery seeing 90 degrees. Tupelo seeing 85 in Little Rock, the only one on this map that's already seeing the effects of that front make its way through. 69, the only 60-degree temperature, the only sub-70-degree temperature on this map. So things are looking good for them, but that front's really going to die out. It's really indicated by this 24-hour temperature change. 18-degree drop in Little Rock, 11-degree drop in Shreveport, Louisiana. For us here in Tallahassee, we've only seen a 2-degree drop, but that's nothing drastic. That's actually kind of due to that cloud cover moving out and that moisture not being as intense for today. But Atlanta at a +9 and Montgomery at a +7-degree change in the last 24 hours. Current winds, you can see on the east side of Florida, those winds coming out of the east. And see ahead, there's a really good indicator of this front. You see Tupelo coming out of the east and Little Rock coming out of the west. And you see how Little Rock is only 24 miles per hour and Tupelo 7. So that's where that front is currently right now. So it's really showing where that front is located. Here's that satellite radar again, showing that front with that showers associated with it as it starts to make its way west. UV index kind of seeing upper to high, more intense in the southern part of the state of Florida. So if you are there, make sure you have your sunscreen. Current heat indexes sitting in the 90s to upper 90s for around the region. Very intense and a very hot day. And for tonight's forecast, you're going to see 74 degrees in Wilmington, 74 in Savannah, but for us here in Tallahassee, 76 degrees. And that front really showing with 66 in Tupelo, 52 in Little Rock. Before tomorrow, you're going to see wet temperatures for a lot of the Alabama and Georgia and Florida regions. You're going to see a lot of that rain, but those temperatures are really going to be hot. And you can see some sunshine behind that front in Little Rock and Shreveport. But now I'm going to send it off to the desk with Charlie and Michael for the desk.
Thank you very much, Dylan. I appreciate it, and great job out there with that national. We've got a lot of Seminole sports coming up We've got a couple baseball games. We've got a couple soccer games. We got a football game, but not here in Tallahassee. It's kind of spread out all over the place.
Yep, the football game is at Duke this weekend, and it's going to be a pretty good forecast for that game. But we'll start off with so on Thursday we're having our actually let's talk about football first. So we're going to play Duke Blue Devils at Saturday at 12 p.m. Pretty good forecast, 81 degrees. By that time, the humidity is not going to be as oppressive, so it's going to be a pretty good game for that.
That's right. Well, we got the Garnet and Gold men's baseball game. That's we actually got 2 of those games. We got one game tomorrow. That game, first pitch is at 3:30. You see the high temperature at 74 at first pitch. Should be another beautiful day in Tallahassee. Nice, hot and humid, but hopefully it won't be too bad out.
Yeah, and so other events we also have soccer against Florida on Thursday, and that will be at Gainesville. But remember, like here, it's pretty humid, and so you would like to stay hydrated, drink plenty of water when you're watching that game.
That's right. If you're making the trip down there to support our women's soccer team, expect high around 89 with calm winds on Thursday down in Gainesville. We got a couple more things going on Friday, Saturday. What about Friday?
Friday evening we had that jam with Coach Ham. Just kind of a little pep rally to support our basketball team because the season is beginning in a month from now.
That's right, and that'll be at Tully Gym. Like you said, pep rally. They're going to have dunk contests with a couple players. Chance to meet the players as well, and as well as the coaches.
Yeah.
And show your support for the team and get pumped up, get ready for the season ahead.
Yeah, and then on Sunday we have another game, soccer at Wake Forest. It should be, in terms of weather for that game, it should be pretty good. Highs near 80. In terms of pretty sunny. Nothing to complain about in terms of weather.
And then just to clarify about all the baseball games we got going on, we've got one game starting tomorrow. It's the Garnet and Gold game, and that starts at 3. You got to watch out for rain. Then there's another Garnet and Gold game Friday at 6, and then later on, I believe on Monday, they're actually going to play the Ontario Blue Jays. But now we're going to send it out to Megan with the Local 3.
Thanks so much, guys. So currently in Tallahassee, things are not looking too nice. We're at 85 right now, mostly cloudy. We had a very, very humid day today, as you can see with that 78-degree dew point and that 80% humidity. No wind today to accompany those humid temperatures, so it was just very muggy out today all day. We started off with a dismal, cloudy day, but it did get a little bit sunny in the afternoon, but still humidity lingered all day. Our Gulf index for our golfers out there tomorrow is going to be a 1. We are looking at very poor conditions, high rain chances all day, variable winds, so just very awful conditions if you are a golfer. It's going to be rainy, it's going to be windy, and it's not a great day to go golfing tomorrow. Our tonight's forecast, as we talked about earlier, clearing by midnight, but we are going to get those late evening storms that are possible. 77 degrees, just a rainy, muggy, hot night. Not a great night to go out, so just make some indoor plans to perhaps study or maybe just linger indoors because the evening is not looking too great for tonight. Tomorrow's outlook looks a bit better as far as that sun goes. We're going to see it in the morning, but afternoon showers are likely. Very cloudy tomorrow, a 5 to 10 mile-an-hour wind, so nothing that's really going to cool us off again. 88 degrees, as I said, so just a very warm day tomorrow, and I said afternoon showers, so pack that umbrella, pack that raincoat because we're going to be looking at some very sporadic weather as far as the rain goes. And diving into that weatherware, we see that Tuesday is going to be a warm day. Bring that t-shirt, 88 degrees. So it's oh, that was today, sorry. So it was a very warm day. We wore our t-shirts. Tomorrow we're going to get those thunderstorms. So pack that raincoat, pack that umbrella. Just be prepared for that rain. Make sure your books don't get wet when you're walking to class. Thursday, though, rain chances lessen. It's going to be nicer out. So pack those sunglasses because it's Florida, and that UV index is going to be very high on Thursday, so make sure you're prepared for that as well. Taking a look at everything, the big picture, our 7-day forecast, Wednesday and Thursday got the same story. Sun in the morning and then afternoon showers, 50% chances both days, upper 80s is our highs, our lows not even getting into the 60s, but as we approach later in the week, Friday, Saturday, looking pretty good. We actually reached those 60s at 69 degrees. Upper 80s Friday and Saturday, 20% chances of rain. That just lingers throughout the rest of the week. Your weekend looking pretty good. Rain chances are there, but they're not too much of a threat if you have plans outside. So make sure you're just prepared, have plan A and plan B. 69 degrees, our lows all weekend and Monday. But look at that low on Tuesday. That's the lowest we see all week with 66 degrees. So a week from now, we're going to be expecting some cooler temperatures. But as far as the immediate future goes, we just see a lot of rain, a lot of upper 80s, a lot of mild temperatures. As far as October goes, we are sitting a lot warmer than we normally do. Look at those 80s. Those 60s are just barely 60s. We're used to low 60s. So not a great 7-day for us folks here at Florida State University, but we're going to go ahead and wrap things up at the desk with Charlie and Michael.
Thank you, Megan. Appreciate it.
Yeah, so we're going to take one more look at that 7-day forecast. And as you can see, we're going to continue being close to 90 for these next few days. And you're wondering, it's October, it's like already fall. When are we actually going to get that fall weather? But you probably have to wait for a while. And if you really do want that fall weather, you probably want to go up north or probably out west, like in Denver, who got snow yesterday, right, Charlie?
That's right. That's right. See that big pocket of air, as Tevin mentioned yesterday, moving a little bit further east, a little bit further south. But I don't think it's going to make it down all the way this way anytime soon.
Yeah. And you can see those highs are going to trend a little bit down as we head towards next week. We ask you to like us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. And also, if you want to watch any of our older newscasts, you can watch them on youtube.com/live/FSU Weather.
That's right. The live and the website actually brings you to the live stream. And then if you want to just search FSU Weather, you can look by date, see all the archive shows. If that's something you'd be interested in, sort of critique us, feel free to comment.
Yes. Yeah.
Taking a look, you see, we saw those rain chances dipping down a little bit into the weekend. That should be an interesting day.
Some dry airs coming in.
Gonna get out and play some golf at all this weekend?
Oh yeah. It's looking like a pretty good weekend for golf, even though it's not feeling like fall yet. There's nothing to complain about.
That's right. Get out there and sweat a little bit and try and beat the rain as it goes.
Oh yeah. Those rain chances will probably stay a little bit high with this normal summertime pattern.
Hopefully, in the next coming weeks, probably, end October, November, sometimes as deep as in December, we don't get that first cold front. But hopefully, it'll be coming soon.
Yeah, I think by November we'll probably get some cooler air in here.
That's right.
Yeah. So for all of us at FSU Weather, we hope you have a great night. I'm student meteorologist Michael Anand.
I'm student meteorologist Charlie Bowen. Thank you and have a good